Hello and good afternoon, everyone. I am so appreciative of you letting me introduce you to 916 Inc. and our mission. My name is Christina Nelson, and I am the Read On Program Manager with 916 Inc. And I am here to talk to you today about 916 Inc., our offerings, and how you can get involved. Here's our agenda. So first, I'm going to introduce you to 916 Inc. and tell you a little bit about who we are. And then I'm going to get into our core programs. And then finally, how you can get involved with 916 Inc. 916 Inc. is Sacramento's arts-based creative writing and literacy tutoring nonprofit that provides workshops and tutoring to transform Sacramento youth into strong readers, confident communicators, and published authors. Our mission is to empower youth through creative writing. And we envision a Sacramento region where every youth has access to programs that lead them to believe in themselves and understand the power of the written word. We were founded in 2010, and since our founding, we've had a couple of notable achievements I want to share with you. The first one is in 2018, we served our 4,000th Sacramento youth and published our 100th student anthology. Since then, we've gone over to publish over 300 student anthologies. Another milestone is in 2020, we launched the Read On tutoring program in direct response to the COVID-19 pandemic. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about this program later on. So why are we here? Well, there is a literacy crisis in this nation, and literacy is the key to academic career and life success. And yet we are failing so many of the youth in this nation. Based on the 2022 National Assessment results, only 33% of all fourth graders are reading at proficiency or above. This number drops to about 19% if fourth graders qualify for free and reduced lunch. In California, only 31% of all fourth graders are reading at proficiency or above. In Sacramento County, that number is a little bit higher at 43%, but it depends on where you go in that county. That number could be higher, but it could also be lower. Like in some of the schools where we serve, sometimes the proficiency rate is as low as 8%. Now, why am I talking to you about fourth grade reading proficiency rate? Well, fourth grade is the year where you go from learning how to read to reading to learn. And there are some direct correlations of fourth grade proficiency rates and later predictors and outcomes in life. So one of those is that if you are not reading proficiency by the time you're in fourth grade, you are 4 times more likely to drop out of high school. Also, 85% of youth that come into contact with the juvenile justice system are functionally illiterate. And then also, alarmingly, 21 to 23% of adults in this nation are functionally illiterate. Literacy really is key to academic, career, health, financial, and just overall happiness and success. So if you remember only 5% from this presentation, I do hope that this call to action is part of that 5%. So how is 916 Inc. addressing the literacy crisis? Well, we have 2 offerings in our programs, and our programs are for creative writing and for reading tutoring. The youth that we serve and complete our programs know the power of their story and develop a love of the written word. We serve students in grades 1 through 12, largely at Title I schools, but as well as some at-risk and incarcerated youth. Our goal is to make our programs as accessible as possible, so we offer after-school and in-class programs for free. And we also meet our students where they are at. So we meet our students at the schools or other locations where youth already congregate. Here are our 2 programs, and the first one is the Find Your Voice Creative Writing Program. And with the Creative Writing Program, we work with youth in a variety of settings. And when they are in the Find Your Voice Creative Writing Program, they are no longer students, they are writers. And Find Your Voice is inspired by the Amherst Writers or Artists AWA method. And with this philosophy, every person is a writer, and every writer deserves a safe environment into which to experiment, learn, and develop their craft. Students are encouraged to share out their work aloud, and they give and receive positive feedback from their peers. About halfway through the creative writing workshop, students are given the opportunity to meet with a guest editor where they get some introduction to the revision process and some positive feedback about their writing. And then at the end of the workshop, we are publishing our youth into student anthologies, and there is a book release party, which is always a lot of fun to see these writers so excited and to share their love of the written word and to share their writing with their friends and family and teachers. So again, our workshops occur in underserved, low-income schools, in the juvenile justice facilities, and in early intervention programs, as well as at the 916 Think Imaginarium. The numbers that you see here on the screen are from the 21-22 annual report. The second program is the Read On tutoring program, and Read On delivers literacy tutoring to striving readers so that they can reach grade level reading goals. Read On is supplementary to classroom curriculum and instruction, but it is anchored in the science of reading, which is the most equitable and effective way to teach reading skills. We serve students in 1st through 5th grade that are behind in grade level reading. Read On is partnered with 5 elementary schools for the 23-24 school year. Students are referred to us by classroom teachers, administration, or intervention teams. And once students are enrolled in the program, they receive 30 to 45-minute tutoring sessions 3 times a week for a minimum of 36 sessions. And this is Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5. Sessions are preferably conducted in person, as it's the most effective way that our students have been showing us that they're learning, but also we are set up for some hybrid tutoring as well. So where are we serving here in Sacramento and beyond Sacramento? Well, we are as far north as Plumas Lake and as far south as Oxnard in Southern California at a juvenile justice facility. But in the Sacramento proper area, we are as far south as Stockton. But you can see here by all these places on this map, all the districts that we are partnered with throughout the area. So how can you get involved with 916 Think? Well, first I will call your attention that you can apply to be a volunteer with us at 916think.org/volunteer. And these are some of the roles that you can volunteer in. The first one is you can be a Read On tutor, where you're working one-on-one with one of our youth to improve in their reading skills and understand and fall in love with the power of the written word. The commitment for this is 2 to 3 hours a week for 1 semester, but ideally the full year. Tutoring will start end of September, early October, and go through mid-December. And again, tutoring is Monday through Friday. This is 9, but 8:30 to 5, and where we are in person at one of our partner schools. Please talk to us if you need accommodation to do a hybrid version of this. If you are interested in getting involved with Find Your Voice, you can be a guest editor. This is the volunteer that meets one-on-one with the youth writers to introduce them to the revision process and give them positive feedback on their work. This is a single-day volunteer commitment. So if you are somebody that needs service learning hours, this is not the role for you to count on to get all your service learning hours. You can do this to supplement your service learning hours. This takes place for this fall semester sometime between October and December, when Monday through Friday, 2:30 to 5, and it is only in person at a school partner site. If you want to be involved with Find Your Voice in a more regular occurrence, you can be a Find Your Voice inspirator. This is where you are fully participating in the 12-week creative writing workshop, and you are writing and working alongside the youth writers. The commitment for this is 2 to 3 hours a week for 1 semester, and it is between October and December. And when this occurs is Monday through Friday, 2:30 to 5. Again, only in person at a partner site. The final role I will introduce you to is the button pusher role. This is a volunteer that remotely transcribes handwritten student work into the anthology manuscript. The commitment for this is also 2 to 3 hours a week for the semester, October through December, but this is flexible because it can be done remotely. We do have deadlines that you do need to meet, though, if you are to be a button pusher, and those deadlines will be shared out with you once you are trained. So those are the roles, but why should you volunteer with us? Well, here are top 5 reasons. Number 5, it's a great resume builder and career experience, especially if you're interested in getting into child development, into education, speech and language pathology, into nonprofit work. Number 4, you earn service learning or course credit hours, and we work with you to make sure that you successfully achieve these hours. Number 3, you're serving alongside other mission-driven individuals, not just with the staff and the AmeriCorps and College Corps Fellows, but also with other volunteers. Number 2, empower youth to be strong readers and writers and understand the power of the written word. Which leads me to number 1, our youth. So here you can see the Read On students at their end of year celebration. They are celebrating the reading growth that they have made throughout the year. And here, these are some of our published youth authors at one of their book release parties. And down here is some of our youth engaged in the writing process. So they're the reason we do our work. I hope that they will be the reason that you decide to volunteer with us. And if you're ready to get involved with us, here's how you can do that. You can use this QR code here and it will take you to the website and you can fill out the volunteer application, or you can go to 916inc.org/volunteer where you will fill out the volunteer application. If you have any questions, please email us at volunteer@916inc.org. Also, if you're not able to volunteer with us right now, you can still check out our website at 916inc.org because there are other ways that you can get involved beyond volunteering. And you can check out some of our other offerings to see if there's somebody or an affiliation in your life who might be interested in getting involved. All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for your time today, and I hope to see you soon.